You've a couple of times mentioned this idea that people want to do the job. And that's not necessarily a given. And that brings me on to the second part, which is the social context which is occurring. All too often, we hire people who don't want to do the job. It's just a job. It's not like, life and death.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, if you take if you remove the barriers to a certain extent, and you say, look, here's a football pitch, here's a football, go and have a great time, then maybe half of your team don't want to play football. Now, they've had an enormous influence on the other half of the team who really do want to play football.
Yes.
In fact, to them, it's a bit of a social whirl, isn't it?
Yeah. So one group says it's brilliant football, this football, and the other one says, I can't think of anything worse.
I'm just doing it for the money. You mean I need to earn a living, so I've just taken this job.
Exactly, and this is why I emphasise that money is not the most important thing, because if it was, you're in danger of thinking that you can get somebody who's deeply disinterested in the job, and if you pay them enough, you can compensate for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can.
No.
I think, first of all, you have to say, we have to have an environment like a football pitch and a set of rules that work as a game that people want to play and want to play it multiple times.
So are you trying, if you take the half who don't really want to be there, are you trying to make them want to be there and make it more attractive, or are you just going to filter them out and have a system where they just leave or never even join?
Well, for the business, for the community, for the individual players, for the customers and the suppliers, and for the investors, it's always going to be better if everyone who's in the business engaged in it want to do it.
Yeah.
The act of working scratches some itch they've got. Does that make sense? In contrast to them feeling it's a chore and they're disengaged from it.
Yeah, I've always said if you're going to spend 5 days a week working, you've got to find a job you love.
Right.
And if you're doing a job that you don't love,
then move.
Then move. The search must go on.
Yes.
To find a job, and it's never going to be completely perfect, but find a job that you find rewarding, and then do the best job you can within that job. Work as hard as you can, because you don't want to feel you're wasting your life. And I've always thought that.
Making a difference.
But loads of people, making a difference. But loads of people don't feel like that. I know that. I mean, everywhere I've worked has been full of people, or half full of people who don't really care, and they're
fantastic.
just
They
putting up with it.
They regard it as a chore.
They settle for a job that doesn't excite them, which is really sad.
Fantastic.
So why do they do that? And why do they?
They don't believe there's anything better for them, or they can't. They've maybe never had a role model they just can't.
Or are they
imagine.
trapped by the money?
Can be. That's
Are they trapped by the social circumstances they find themselves in?
If it's well paid, they're trapped. But sometimes people get trapped even in a really badly paid job because they think they can't do anything else.
Or there's no alternative.
Yeah.
Or they've always wanted to be a lumberjack and there's no trees around here.
Yeah. So with a fractal place, you've set it up so that you have to care, because otherwise it's just not going to work for you and you're going to end up leaving again. There's no option but to care.
But leaving for somebody who's not interested in playing football, for an opportunity to play tennis or rugby or something, is a great thing to do.
Yes.
And so actually, recognising that you're not good at this game, this is not the place for you, is a huge benefit to you. Because you'll see it in all your measures that this isn't the place for you. Football's not the game for you.
Yes, and if you have a system where people do the selling and the designing and the making and the buying and everything, some people won't want to do that or can't do that. And I know you've said in the past that more people than we think actually probably can, because actually we do all these things in our personal life. But still, there are going to be some people who really can't or really won't. And that's fine, because they can do something else.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're not suggesting a system that is perfect for everyone.
No.
We're suggesting a system that will work really well for quite a lot of companies and a reasonable number of people within those companies. But for some companies it won't work, I think. And for quite a lot of people it won't be suitable. But that's fine, because we're just saying in the right place this will be brilliant. And you've proved that.
Yeah.
But it's not for everyone, and that's fine.